Time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Anthony Simons out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Ayton. Then it's Deni Avdija. And it's Kamare in at the small forward spot. And for the Clippers, we'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the 5 roaming the paint. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
To the paint, here's Ayton. No good there. Great D that time from Leonard. Powell finds Harden. Back to Powell. Clippers moving the ball around. Sharpe against Harden. No good with the layup. Outside, Simons. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Simon's known for a guy who can really get it going from behind the line, and he can do some damage. He's got length and vertical ability from there.
Now here's Powell. Outside, Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Avdija. And the dunk by Zubac.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And so here are the Clippers. The Blazers getting the bucket. Dunn passes to Leonard. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Avdija. Back to Sharpe. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Set a rugged screen. Nice roll by Ayton to get to the bucket.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Powell kicks to Harden. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Sharpe. Offline with his 3.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Oh, get up, James. Talk about a guy who scores from all 3 levels.
Here's Sharpe after the Clippers pick up 2. Simons with the ball. It doesn't go for him. Harden with the defensive effort. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
What a finish by Sharpe while taking the contact. Boy, it takes skill to win these and one opportunity.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Clippers. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Anthony Simons. The free throw drops for Sharp. We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA, and Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Now, here's Grant. Following the missed shot by Bogdan Bogdanovic. Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Here's Klingon. In close, he hits it.
Oh, good pass right there from Sharp. These types of plays really help team chemistry.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Leonard. Over Avdia. Leonard, no luck. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
That one goes in. Sharp's got 5.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Outside Leonard. Powell for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Grant outside. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range.
Grant coming right back with 3 of his own.
Leonard against Avdia. It's blocked. Grant outside. Over Harden. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Here's Simmons. Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Jeremy Grant. Scoot Henderson is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the 3 slot. Now here's Henderson after Ben Simmons' miss. He lobs it up, stolen by Zubac. Simmons against Grant. Pass to Bogdanovic. Back to Simmons. Here's Coffey. Here's the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Coffey's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Clippers. Here's Kamare. Still yet to score. And here is Grant. The layup off target.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Jones. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Defended by Thybulle. Rocket 6. Jones for 3. The Clippers keep it alive. He gets that one.
That's what Zubac is here for, making plays in the trenches.
Portland leading. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. So for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Amir Coffey. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Ben Simmons. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Henderson. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Zubac, that's tipped. And here's Henderson. Williams, a screen on Dunn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Henderson for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Shots good by Benton.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Coming onto the court is your Clippers.
A different look for the Clippers. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Zubac. Amir Coffey comes in for Derek Jones. And James Harden has subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes.
Leonard with the screen on Simon. Simmons inside. He's covered by 8. No good from Simmons. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Simons. Harden with the defensive effort.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Simons kicks to Avdia. Back to Simons. Down low. Sharp finds Ayton. Here's Kamara. Simons from outside. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Harden the pass to Simmons. There's the drive. Takes it off the glass.
2-pointer. James Harden assists.
30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, Simon. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's Powell in for Amir Coffey.
Norman Powell.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Avdia dishes to Ayton. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Done against Sharp. Dunn misses. Now Sharp. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Trailblazers lead by 2. And chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The Clippers trail. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Ayton. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
And it's tied up with that one. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
The way to news now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys, really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Simons against Harden. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Kamare. Sharp on the wing. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Back to Dunn. Pass to Harden. And the rejection by Ayton.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
On the court is your Hype Squad. Who out there wants a free T-shirt?
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Now, here's Simons. Pass to Kamare. Now Ayton. And he drops it in from the low post. Ayton's got 8 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Leonard kicks to Harden. The 10-footer. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, a master from the mid-range, Harden's so good at finding available space from that distance.
Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
3 on the clock. Back to Sharp from past the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 8.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Done outside. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Powell, no one around him. And right away, they match him with a 3-pointer of their own.
How about Powell just coming back and taking on the challenge, answering the call.
Pass to Kamare. Back to Simons. Plays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Harden against Simons. Dunn passes to Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So good at drawing contact and literally winning trips to the free throw line. Harden feasting on any chance to draw a foul.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
First one falls for him.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Henderson to the inside. Stolen by Jones. Henderson against Harden. Harden draws the double, kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Leonard for the lead. Kawhi drills the 3-pointer.
Nice teamwork. The right guy ends up with the ball in his hands, and Kawhi finishes that possession.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Amir Coffey's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Norman Powell. And Simmons subbed in for James Harden. Robert Williams is checked in for Portland. Here's Simmons. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Williams. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Now, here's Thibault. Defense is right there. Back to Grant. Over Simmons. It's sent back down by Simmons.
The length. Simmons just overpowering with that reach.
And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
It's the 4th quarter.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Clingan in at the center position. Now here's Leonard. Pass to Dunn. Leonard inside, working on Williams. We know, Brent, throughout his career, Kawhi Leonard has always been sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's a great point, Kevin, and it's sort of making me think about history. You know how history can sometimes be boring, but it's something you should study. Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. Young guys should be studying what Kawhi represents in terms of his two-way prowess, dominating on the offensive end, and just a menace on defense. So kids, history is important. Study Kawhi Leonard.
Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Rupert's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Pass to Clingan. Now here's Henderson. Here's Rupert. The shot's good.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And stolen by Williams. Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And you want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And the first one drops. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Portland. Leonard hits them both. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away.
All right, fans. It's dance band time. Get ready to dance. You know, like everyone's watching. No.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Grant. Now off the inbound, and the dunk by Grant.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
Leonard looking around.
Trailblazers foul. Henderson. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for LA, Ben Simmons. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Powell, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he's good on the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Portland trailing here. Henderson outside. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Williams kicks to Henderson. 5 to shoot. To take the lead. It's hauled in by Dunn. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Leonard running the floor.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Simons with the ball. Inside. Klingen's shot is off. Clippers leading by 4. In the corner, Simmons with it. Throws it up high. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Here they are, your Clippers Breakers.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. James Harden comes in for Ben Simmons. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Simons up top, guarded by Harden. Simons against Harden. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Simons.
And it's crucial, but Simons takes that responsibility and gets it done.
2 minutes from
Now here's Leonard.
2 minutes.
Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Leonard the pass to Powell. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Avdia. Simons with the ball. Zubac defending. The shot's good from Simons.
Most of Simon's shots are inside or outside. I don't know where the other side they could come from, but he can hit from anywhere.
Leonard draws the double. Here's Zubac. That was something else.
Oh, man, love calling Zubac's number there. 7 feet. He can get shots off in big moments.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Ayton a screen on Harden. That's a 2 from Simons. Again, Simons missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up toward Los Angeles. 4-point game. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Good work there as it goes.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Ayton.
Well, Leonard looking to score. It's going to make defenders nervous, and that's why he got the foul that time.
For a free throw. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
3-pointer, Simons. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Leonard, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on 8.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one. And so here's Portland. Here's Sharp. Here's Ayton. It's good. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
It's your Clippers.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Leonard dishes to Harden. Los Angeles with another miss. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
Back to Simons. Pass to Sharp. Over Leonard. Oh, missed it. From the arc. Off target from downtown. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here's Harden. We've got DeAndre Anthony Simons out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's Deni Avdija. And it's Kamare in at the three, the small forward. And so here's Portland after the basket by Los Angeles. And it's Ayton missing. Powell with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Powell, that's good.
Powell can play with some power. Even at 6'3", 6'4", he's got a good base.
Pass to Ayton. And here's Sharp. And here is Simon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kamare. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Leonard. The ferocity inside by Leonard.
And Leonard, a three-level scorer as well as an offensive anchor for this team.
Simons against Harden. And it's Simons missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Trailblazers trail by 6. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Back to Harden. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. And they get it. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Simons says hello. Great answer.
Leonard draws the double. Dunn, wide open, he fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. And the Clippers lead by 9. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
It's time for dance camp. You know, when you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Let's see those moves. 2 left feet there. Dancing machine. Show us those moves. Yourself a round of applause.
Pass to Kamare. Harden against Simon. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simons' number with the way he's got it going here.
Here's Leonard. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Sharp on the wing. Dunn covering. Ayton wide open. Hits it from three-point range.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
At the line for 2, James Harden.
We got this. 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Third team foul. At the line for your Clippers, James Harden. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Back to Simons. Off target from outside.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
So the Clippers with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about the sheer determination of their play.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Kawhi. The defense, of course, keyed in on slowing you down tonight, but your teammates stepped up. How important is that for you?
It feels great, you know. That's what a championship team is about. You know, when your star's not going or they double teaming you, then you got other guys knocking down big shots like they did tonight.
The others came correct, man, and you got the dub. Congrats. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.